All the plants that you see here, they are all grown from leaves. Some will grow fast, some will grow slow. That depends on the variety or the species of the plant. So even this one here, that's also Pachiveria ruth, and it's much smaller compared to the other one that's over there. So that's only half the size of the other one, which is 2 pots away, which is growing more out into the sun than this one is more inwards. Even variegated plants like these titubans are all grown from leaves. There's really nothing to it. Some will not grow. Say for example, the plant called Echeveria agavoides Romeo over here. This takes a long time to grow from leaves, so they're best propagated via cuttings. This is a Echeveria raffine that was given to me for a couple of years ago, only a small plant. And it grew very, very slow, and all of a sudden it started rotting. And I was able to save a few leaves, so all the leaves that was missing in there, I will show you later on what they look like. But this one right now, look, how many babies have popped out of there. So I've got a 1, a 2, 3 maybe on the top. I don't know if that's a flower or actually the 3, 1, 2, 3, they're inflorescence, they're flowers. But I'm gonna leave them and let them grow a bit more because they are forming leaves on the stem. So those leaves there, every single one of them can be a leaf propagation and grown into another plant. And this is a result of my rotted raffine. So I was able to remove all those leaves, and we might even see a date, the 1st of the 8th. August 2023, and it's now the 9th, oh remember 10th of November 2023, and all the leaves that you see here that's dried up are ready to be planted. Even though there's no roots there that you see, I'm sure there's a couple of little roots. So I'm gonna pot this up and I'll show you how I pot them up because they're all in different scenarios. Now, other plants that I've got sitting here growing is, this one is Pachiveria rough, otherwise known as actually Ruth. That is what its actual name, and people just change it to rough, maybe can't pronounce the Ruth with a H. And also that one is already dry, but it's got roots, so these ones are ready to be planted or potted up into soil. And also I want to show you this one. This is Propagate Purple Delight, one of the easiest plant to propagate. It's like a weed. You harvest the leaves, you leave it there anywhere, you throw it on the side of the pot, into the pot, or even the ground, dry ground. It will grow pups. It will grow just 100% almost. Except of course when you get really old leaves, of course it's not gonna germinate, isn't it? And my little budgie is saying hello. You're helping mommy, aren't you? Okay, so what happened is this. So these ones that you see, I've got a 1, 2, 3, 4. I intentionally left them there because look, Purple Delight, this is May 2023 is when I harvested them. So 5 months later, that's what they look like if left on open air. So if you haven't got a grow light, because I've got these ones growing under the grow light here, if you haven't got grow light, you can use a lamp or a bright window that's sort of not directly impacted by the sun. So somewhere bright but no direct sunlight is what they like, because the sun can burn the leaves. And the same plant that is planted after about 3 weeks, 3-4 weeks, it's already got a full grown plant, and you plant it, this is the result. So this is the same plant planted in coconut coir under the grow light. It will grow much faster compared to the ones outside. So okay, I can't measure it, but we'll do a comparison. I'll insert, hang on, we'll do the reverse. That way we can insert the other photo of the same one, same age. Okay, see the roots forming there? And sometimes the plant will die because this one I can see a little bit of white fluffy bit there, that's mealybug. So you just spray it. Well, I just spray mine with metho and they're all right. They plant them and they're fine. Now also these ones here are the same. This is actually sort of later, but it's the same thing. I left them there to grow. So this is just straight coconut coir. And all of these plants here are grown from leaves. This is an Ionium. Mardi Gras that's also grown from leaves. Now, this one now, see, the size, there's I think Onslow variegated growing there with the roots telling me I need to be repotted. That's what the plant does. It will tell you once the roots are up in the air, or aerial roots, that's what they're forming. It's because they're trying to get moisture from the air, because I let this soil dry up before I water it. And over here is the Purple Delight that is grown outside. So it's a much smaller plant, and also the soil is really dry. So there's still a few leaves in there that I've left that I put in there. And compared to the ones that's grown under the grow light, there's just big difference. And the Graptivaria Ruth or Pachyvaria Ruth or rough, this is the difference. So once it's potted up, it's become much bigger. So I haven't had, I didn't have one that's potted up inside under the grow light. So this one has been growing out here, but this is a very prolific plant. And the original mother plant is that one there, which is now green because it's been kept in the shade or grown in the shade. So see the difference of the color? So if I take that one and put it out in the sun or more light, then it can also color up like this one. So this Raphine has been left on this tray to grow for 3 months and is now ready to be potted up. So this leaf here, before I get to that one, this one has already fallen off. See that one there has formed roots in the bottom. Look how well that's grown, and on the front, look, it's just a nice single row set. So this one can easily be planted. So I've got my soil ready here, so this one can just be planted in the center there, just covering the roots and the rest. So hang on, we'll inspect this. So this one now, the leaves is really dry, but you can see that the plant has already formed roots in the bottom as well. So what I'm doing with this one is just twist this and that's it. And it will come off, and of course, now we're gonna plant this as well. And the next one, I'll just pick the dry ones first. Oh, this one's got a double head. So they will grow crested, some of them. Some will grow double head, and actually this one might even have a chance to grow triple head because of that small bit in the bottom there. So the leaves is also dried up, and again it's just a matter of twisting it a little bit. And did you see the root on that part there that's come away? So it doesn't matter. Now we'll put this one here as well. We'll do opposite. So this is just temporarily to grow them in this pot, and once they get a little bit bigger, I am going to transplant this again. Now the rest of it will do the same. That one's fairly dry, no drama, and I'll put that in there. But this one here, it looks like it's still got a bit of juice from the leaf, and the bottom, again, you just twist it, and there's some small roots forming in the bottom there, but I'm just gonna sit that on top there. So most of these ones should be watered carefully so they don't get knocked off. But that one there, since it's double head, it might be worth my while to actually support it with a toothpick. There you go. Since the roots are fairly short, so this is going to take a little bit longer to grow roots compared to the other ones that's already got longer roots. So I'm going to put toothpick, and that will keep it in place. Since the soil is still a little bit moist, I won't water this for another day or two. But So what I would normally do as well, if I'm really eager to water, is to get some water. See the level of water? Not much, only about an inch. And I'll take my pot, dunk it in there. And I'm just going to count to 10 seconds. And then that way, the bottom half of the pot will absorb the water and the top can still be dry, leaving the choice or the decision for the little plantlets to decide when they'd like to grow more roots and reach the bottom of the pot. So now that's already 10 seconds. There you go, drain the water and put it away somewhere bright but no direct sunlight, and it's just a matter of waiting for them to grow. Now also another trick is that since the soil's fairly open, if I water this, what's going to happen, the soil's going to go into the plants, which I don't want them to get dirty. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of top dressing just in between the plants, so that way when I water it, it doesn't get their beautiful faces dirty. And that's it. Now I'll take this outside and leave it somewhere bright but no direct sunlight. Now I just noticed there's a couple of plants here as well that I neglected, so I might as well take that off. It's got roots as well, so we'll just insert that a little bit in there. And another one here. I'll do the same thing. As long as it's touching soil. And that's it. The rest of the gang is not gonna grow probably, but I'm not gonna throw it away. I'll still leave it under my grow light or somewhere bright but no direct sunlight, and see if it's gonna grow more pups for me. This is now a week later, and you can obviously see how well this one has grown compared to the other one, even if it's just 1 week. Also, this is a crested form that I have planted 2 weeks prior to that one. So now I have a crested form of Raphine, and also these little baby ones are well on their way into growing more Raphine for me in the future. So from one that was given to me a couple of years ago, I'll probably end up with 10 Raphines, and probably in a few more years time will be an army of Raphines. This is a Purple Delight, which is one of the mother plants of where I get the leaves from, and as you can see, I've taken some leaves and just lay it flat on top of the surface of the pot, and look at all those little cute little babies growing there. Look at that. So just no roots yet probably, but eventually they will grow. And then now I hit another one, and hopefully that one is not going to grow because the tip of it is dead, it's soft, so this one is no good. But if you get a fresh leaf, then it will grow like those ones there. Leaf grown Paraguayense, leaf grown Chihuahuayensis variegated, and there's actually 2 heads. Leaf grown Highland Rose. All these lovely roses are all grown from leaves. Leaf grown PVN or Pearl Von Nunberg. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was number 6. I lost number 6. Okay. What don't you like? Eh?
Now, oh, look at this baby pea. Hey, look at this. Oh, one leaf fell off, huh? Look, one leaf fell off. Now, do you think that's pretty? Oh, look, very pretty. Floral sea. Look at the floral sea. We had Pedro. Oh, look, oh, pretty. Hey, you like this one? Huh? Okay. Number 6, we put you here. Now, number 7.